this is my first ever Burberry perfume. It hasn't set me off on a course where I feel like I need loads of Burberry perfumes now, but I obviously I kind of like cheap and cheerful perfumes most of the time, and it has to be something pretty special for me to spend like 30 quid or over, you know. But if I see it for a bargain, I will happily snap it up to try. And I saw this, which I've had it in my wish list for a long time, and I've never pulled the trigger because I wasn't sure if I'd like it, and also because it's normally over £30. So this is Burberry Body. As you can see, this is a tester. I got this from Direct Cosmetics, and it was £20 for 60ml. And I do think the bottles are really cool on these, so I was like, you know, I'm just going to try it. I had seen who did I see reviewing this? Ruth Ann McKinnon, and she described this. She said this is really nice. This is very specifically the eau de toilette. Okay, this is not the original Burberry Body. This is Burberry Body eau de toilette, and she had described this as smelling how she imagines an apple champagne would smell. Now, I can absolutely see what she's talking about here, because when you first spray this bad boy, it smells like an incredibly dry and sharp sparkling wine. So I absolutely know what she means. Now, there is apple in this where there isn't in the original. I think the original Burberry Body has peach in it. So I was kind of looking and I was like, I don't need to be getting no peach perfume from Burberry. Like, I'm just not going to risk it. So this was the one I was interested in. Now, I'll give you the notes for the eau de toilette. So the notes are top notes of green apple, hence sharp apple, wormwood, which I've never smelled on a perfume before, but I think that's what they make absinthe with, so that's probably part of it. Oh, now you see I'm making a fool of myself. This does have peach in, but it's not voted as one of the top notes. Middle notes rose, tea, sandalwood. Base notes musk, cashmere wood, vanilla and amber. Now, peach and rose, dangerous for me. If I click on the votes, yeah, so apple, wormwood and rose are up the top. Oh, and then it's followed by peach. I don't find this a massively peachy perfume. But what I would say is that if this has like a slightly fruity peachiness, it's more akin to the peach you get in Hugo Boss for Her scents. It's not syrupy, it's not sickly. It's quite fresh, although I have heard a few people say they find Burberry perfumes to be quite synthetic, and I know what they mean. This does not smell natural. It doesn't have a natural smell about it, but I don't need perfumes to all smell natural all the time. Now, the trick with this one, I would say, is to make sure you try it on your skin, because I don't think that this smells very nice, and I don't think even when it dries down it smells very nice on a card or on paper, because it still smells quite sharp to my nose and just not that interesting. I mean, it's interesting in that wormwood is like obviously an interesting smell. Like, it's not something you get in many perfumes, but yeah, it still smells really sharp on this paper. On my skin, it developed into something quite pretty, quite professional smelling, very office appropriate, and just quite pretty soothing. It definitely is sweeter on the skin. That vanilla starts to come through a little bit more on the skin, and I guess it's because there's tea in there that it has that kind of smooth, calm kind of vibe when it dries down on your skin. But yeah, on the card it's pretty sharp and a little bit like astringent, and just again like does have that kind of champagne-y vibe to it, which normally for me would be way too sharp. So if this smelled like it does on this bit of paper, I would be selling this, but it doesn't smell like that on my skin. It gets quite pretty. I would say it's weird. It's weird because it's quite synthetic. It does have a slightly weird and cloying smell that could be headache inducing for some people. Again, on the card, from the bottle, not great. On my skin, I quite enjoyed it. This is of course the first impression, so I've tried it on my hand. I haven't put it on my neck yet. I haven't done a full day's wear test, but I will test this out. I really like these bottles. That's relatively sturdy. You can probably store them in all kinds of ways, but personally I think they're pretty cool. I like it. I like anything that looks a bit like a geometric crystal kind of shape, you know. I'm a bit basic like that. This is unnecessary, but I might just take that off if I wear this for a full day and I like it, then I will take this off because I'll just get on my nerves. But it has a nice dry down. I think it's quite pretty. I think you get the musk and the sandalwood and the vanilla with the cashmere wood a little bit coming through on your skin in a way that it just does not on the card. I don't know if this is one where it just needs the heat of skin to really bloom, and there, you know, there's a bit of amber, so you do get a bit of warmth, but I think on the card all you're getting is those top notes and a bit of rose. And I think all of these perfumes are quite rosy, but it's like, it's an interesting rose because there's wormwood in it, which is mad. Like, it's interesting. And I'd really quite like to, the other one I want to try is Burberry, Brit, the original Burberry Brit. Or possibly the EDT, because I've heard people say that's more lime forward, and I do like lime. But I think I'll start with trying to, if I can find it for a good price, I might try Burberry Brit. If I can get a little sample or something, definitely. But that's the only Burberry that I've really seen that I was really interested in. That one's like lime and almond, and I think lime and almond just sounds quite interesting to me. But yeah, so this was a fun one to try. You'll see it in my what I wore last week, and I'll let you know how I get on with it.